For this episode's trivia, we'll be looking at the mythological epic Wrath of the Titans. It's the sequel to Clash of the Titans, which in turn is a remake of the 1981 picture of the same name. We won't dive too much into the plot, but it's about the usual gods, demigods, betrayal, love, and whatnot. Truth is, the story's a bit irrelevant, as most people just watch it for the endless action, special effects, and cool monsters.
The movie is about a dysfunctional family who just happen to be gods and demigods and stuck in a world of monsters and the end of the earth. Yeah.
Times have changed, Zeus. The humans have abandoned us.
Let the humans rot.
You would preach defeat before the first blow is struck, brother.
Who's preaching defeat? We need to be allies.
Even though this movie was mostly filmed with practical sets, a lot of the fantastic creatures in it are made with CGI. So quite often the actors had to run around battling beasts that didn't even exist yet.
The more you detail it, I don't think it's just about fighting something with a stand with a tennis ball on. I will either get guys to construct a monster there, or they do blow you up. And whatever I find, it's this make-believe thing, but you're trying to get as close to that thing being there as possible. And it's not just a thing to do with size. I always go with, well, what sound does this thing make?
Hit us! Forward, go forward! Get back!
While the monsters might be computer-generated, all the explosions are very real. For the director, shooting these was great fun, so yeah, he had a blast.
What's great is the way they do explosions is they put certain amounts of liters of fuel, and you always are like, you ask the special effects guy, how many liters of fuel was that? And he'll say that was 2.5, and you go on the next take, let's do like 10. And then they'll be like, you'll blow the whole house up, and you're like, okay, we'll use 2 cameras then, so yeah, I love that stuff.
3, 2, 1, action!
Wrath of the Titans is set in ancient Greece, and back then they had, shall we say, a very different sense of fashion. This resulted in the guys having to run around wearing skirts most of the time, something the actors had a hard time getting used to.
Because the skirt blows up. Yeah. This is a PG movie. You don't want to release the Kraken too early, kind of thing.
I love wearing a skirt, yeah. Lets your things hang low. And they swing to and fro,
He took care of that. Sam's very good with his costume and making sure things are covered.
When you're rolling around in the dirt with him and he's throwing you technically a javelin, but something that looks like a trident, every now and again you become closer than you wanted to be.
In the end, Wrath of the Titans was ravaged by the critics.
I don't give a what the press thinks.
Although not everyone seemed to mind. Still, it provides great entertainment if you're up for a lot of over-the-top action, stunts, and weird mythological beings.
You are the only hope left in this world, Perseus. Or there will be oblivion.